पदं च लभते पुरुषो यदा वै अज्ञानहेतुकृतमोहमदान्धकार नाशं विधाय हि तदोदयते विवेकः. சந்தியாகாலத்தில் சுசந்தியா நமக்கு இன்னைக்கு அமைஞ்சிருக்கு. பல ஜென்மாக்கள்ல பண்ணின பாக்கியத்தோட பத்மாதான் சத்சங்க லாபம் நமக்கு வாழ்க்கையில் ஏற்படும். சாது சங்கம் ரொம்ப துர்லபம், ரொம்ப அரியதுன்னு எல்லா மகான்களும் பாடியிருக்காங்க, சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. நமக்கு பகவான் அந்த பாக்கியத்தை பல தடவை கொடுத்துருக்க, நம்ம அனுபவிச்சுட்டு இருக்கோம். அந்த பலத்தோட பிரயோஜனம் தான் இன்னைக்கு இத்தனை பேர் இங்கே வந்து சேர்ந்திருக்கோம் இந்த சந்நிதியில. அதுவும் இங்க 3 வருஷமா பல பக்தாள் சாதக பக்ஷி போல இந்த ஒரு சந்நிதி எப்ப கிடைக்கும், இந்த ஒரு சத்சங்கம் எப்ப கிடைக்கும் ரொம்ப எதிர்பார்ப்போட இருந்து நமக்கு ஜன்மாந்தர பாக்கியமா இந்த சத்சங்கம் நமக்கு அமைஞ்சிருக்கு. சத்சங்கத்தோட பலனே என்ன? சோக நிவர்த்தி, மோக நிவர்த்தி. வாழ்க்கையில பகவான அந்த சத்தியத்தை நமக்கு வந்து சிரவணம் பண்றோம். அந்த சத்தியத்தை சிரவணம் பண்ணி வைக்கக்கூடிய மகான்கள் ரொம்ப துர்லபம்னு பாகவதமே சொல்லுங்க. நமக்கு அந்த துர்லபம் இன்னைக்கு பகவான் சுலபம் பண்ணி கொடுத்திருக்க. நித்யானந்த சுதாநிதே அதிகத சந்நீலமேகா சதாம் ஔத்கண்ட்ய பிரபல பிரபஞ்சன பரைஹி ஆகர்ஷிதோ வருஷதி விஜ்ஞானாமிருதம் அத்புதம் நிஜவச்சோ தாராபிராராதிதம் சேதச்சாதக சேன்ன வாஞ்சசி விஷாக்கம் தோசி சுத்தோசி கிம் அப்படின்னு ஆச்சாரியர் சொல்றார். ஆச்சாரியன்றவர் ஒரு நீலமேகம். இந்த கீதை உபதேசம் பண்ணினவரும் நீலமேகம். இப்ப நமக்கு அந்த உபதேசம் எந்த சந்நிதிக்கிட்டே இருந்து கிடைக்கிறோம், அவரும் அதே மேகத்தான். பக்தாளுடைய உத்கண்டதா அப்படிங்கிற காத்தால இழுக்கப்பட்டு இங்க வந்திருக்க. அது ஒரு சந்நிதி தான். எத்தனை அதை சொன்னாலும் அது மிகையாக அது குறைச்சதுதான். அதனால எல்லாம் கிடைச்சிருக்கு. நாம ஸ்ரத்தா பக்தியோட இருந்து இந்த ஞான யஜ்ஞத்தை நம்ம வாழ்க்கை, ஞான யஜ்ஞத்தால நம்ம வாழ்க்கையில நமக்கு சஃலம் அடையணும்னு பிரார்த்தனை பண்ணி இதை நமக்கு அனுகிரகம் பண்ண வந்து அண்ணாக்கு நம்ம என்ன சொல்ல முடியும்? நதேன சிரசா காத்ரைஹி சரோமோத்கமைஹி அப்படின்னு காயா வாச்சா மனசா இந்த சந்நிதிக்கு எல்லாரும் நமஸ்காரம் பண்ணி ஹிருதயத்திலேருந்து அண்ணாக்கு சுவாகதத்தை தெரிவிச்சு இங்க வந்திருக்கிற எல்லா பக்தர்களுக்கும் சுவாகதம் சொல்லி ஒரு சின்ன அனௌன்ஸ்மெண்ட் கணநாமம் பண்ணுவேன். सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. हरि
विश्वोपशान्तये शान्तपावनमचिन्त्य वैभवम् तन्नरं वपुषि कुञ्जरं मुखे मन्महे किमपि तुन्दिलं महः गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। यस्यान्तन्नादिमध्यं न हि करचरणं नामगोत्रं न सूत्रं नो जातिर्नैव वर्णा न भवति पुरुषो न नपुंसं न च स्त्री नाकारं नो विकारं न हि जनिमरणं नास्ति पुण्यं न पापं तत्त्वं नो तत्त्वमेकं सहजसमरसं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। मौनव्याख्या प्रकटितपरब्रह्मतत्त्वं युवानं वर्षिष्ठान्तेव सदृशिगणैरावृतं ब्रह्मनिष्ठैः आचार्येन्द्रं करकलितचिन्मुद्रमानन्दरूपं स्वात्मा रामं मुदितवदनं दक्षिणामूर्तिमीडे वेदान्तार्थविभासकायेतये शान्ताय सन्न्यासिने नानावादिनगेन्द्रसङ्गपवये योगीन्द्रवन्द्याय च मोहध्वान्तदिवाकराय भगवत्पादाभिधां बिभ्रते तस्मै भाष्यकृते नमोऽस्तु सततं पूर्णाय बोधात्मने अपार सच्चित् सुखवारिराशेः यस्योर्मिमात्रं भुवनं समस्तं गुहाहितं तं रमणं गभीरं चिन्ताविहीनं हृदि चिन्तयामि। देहं मृण्मयवज्जडात्मकम् अहं बुद्धिर्न तस्यास्त्यतो नाहं तत्तदभावसुप्तिसमये सिद्धात्मसद्भावतः कोहं भावयुतः कुतो वरधिया दृष्ट्वात्मनिष्ठात्मनां सोहं स्फूर्तितया अरुणाचलशिवः पूर्णो विभाति स्वयं। योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्नां अन्यांशहस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान्नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं
व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वाम् अनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम् नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे पुल्लारविन्दाय कपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतनुहे नमः।
Yoga Shastra. These two combinedly is given in Bhagavad Gita. When we start our satsanga, we have to start with the most auspicious word. Hence I started with Brahma Vidya. This is the supreme Vidya, Jnanam. That is given by Bhagavan to Arjuna, and also the Upanishads has revealed this knowledge. This is actually the only knowledge that is needed. All other knowledge will lead us to what Shankaracharya calls as Mudhamate. Nahi nahi rakshati. We know all that, still we will go only for Dukrinyakarane. Nahi nahi rakshati Dukrinyakarane. Dukrinyakarane means it is not simply Panini's Vyakarana Sutra. Dukrinyakarane represents all our IT industry, all our chasing of these evanescent things in the world, all our boasting about our children here, there, that, this. All this collectively Shankaracharya called as Dukrinyakarane, so don't mistranslate it as Panini's grammar. It is less harmful. There is no harm in learning grammar. It is needed for a child. But our too much involvement in things which will not give us peace. And then when you have a chance to meet me and say, I have no peace, what should I do? And my job is to tell you something. You will only ask the question. You means not, I am not telling about you. People in world, they will ask, tell us how to have peace. And I start something, blah, blah, blah. And you will run to have a drink, but when you go there, water appears in the place where you started. What is it called? Mirage. Maru Marichika. That is why Shankaracharya said, Avinayam Apanaya Vishnu Damayam Anaha Shamaya Vishaya Mrga Trishna. Shamaya Vishaya Mrga Trishna. This illusion, delusion, hallucination, this wrong thinking that there is joy, happiness in the world, and running. Run, all the life you are running. Odinde irukka vendiyadha. And you go there, no happiness. How many places you will go? By running like this, at last, Malayalam, Pundanam said, all of you know all those things. That is why, because I see only one or two English faces. All Tamil, Malayalam, I don't know why I am speaking in English. But at least they are here. So, but Sridharji told me many Kannada people are there. So I am imagining some Kannada faces and speaking. Just burning himself and consuming it. So this is what worldly life is for you. So once you find that this is worldly life, Parikshya, Upanishad says, Parikshanam Kritva, by deeply observing, intelligently observing, or by the grace of Bhagavan, after some years of life, you wake up and understand that this is all worthless. And by His grace, Vairagya arises within you. Dispassion arises. Worldly life will lead only for passion. And now passion has turned towards Bhagavan. Itara raga vismaranam nridam. Your raga, your passion is towards Krishna, towards Bhagavan. And then all other passion disappeared. That is called dispassion in bhakti. No, Vairagya in bhakti is very simple. Vairagya is impossible because Vairagya means passion, attachment. And people like us will come and say detachment. That is not possible. Because if you take all attachment, Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi says, a creeper needs something as a support to wind around. If the creeper does not get anything to get attached to, it will vadify. English, it will wither. It will die. இப்படியெல்லாம் பேசினா தான் கொஞ்சம் இருக்கும். ஸோ அது என்ன பாட்டு, தமிழ் பாட்டு? பைங்கொடியானான், a very very fresh tender creeper. That is பைங்கொடி. Very green, very fresh. Like that is a person, fresh creeper. If I have no support, first the sadhaka has given up the world, worldly interests, but now his mind is longing an anchorage, something to hold, something divine, something which will stand, immortal, something which is made of shanti, something which is made of love, light, jnanam, satyam, jnanam, anantam, brahma, sandra, ananda, avabodha, something. So his mind is searching for that. Patru kodai ka Arunachala. Give me that patru, give me that hold, O Arunachala. So this Vairagya means Vishesha Raga. You have immense attachment to Bhagavan, Bhakti, Bhagavan Nama Japa. No more dreaming, no more dreaming. Then you wake up from Maya. Uttishta Bharata. That is what Bhagavan says in Gita. Oh, illumined one, wake up. Bharata means one who takes delight in light. That is real Bharata. Uttishtata ma swaptaha agnimichadhvam Bharata. The Vedic mantra is Uttishtata, wake up. No more sleep. Invoke the fire within you. The fire, in the beginning of the sadhana, we need the fire of willpower. See, we call Kundalini Shakti, Kundalini Shakti. You know what is Kundalini Shakti? Willpower yoked to sense control, mind control, meditation, satsanga, Guru Bhakti is Kundalini. When the willpower is scattered in the worldly things, it is mind. The same energy only, when it moves towards, it is scattered, dissipated, it becomes mind. When the same thing is collected and it becomes a very positive power, willpower arises within you to renounce, to meditate, to do bhakti, to do japa. Sometimes you need tremendous willpower to do the sadhana. When you have association with a saint, he tells you do japa. Then you feel, I should do 1 crore japa. So calculate every day, I will do 25,000. By the time you enter your car, you feel it will have a lot of time it will consume. I will have 15,000. And by the time you drive and reach home, contemplation goes on. I have to morning, so many things have to be done. I have to go to office. So it becomes 10,000. And you reach your house. By the time night you decide, at least I will do 5,000 tomorrow morning. And tomorrow morning, forgot everything. Why this happens? Smriti, apohanam. Bhagavan says apohanam, vismriti, memory loss, lack of energy. Because you had a fuel filled in the satsanga, but by the time you go away, go outside, all your accrued tamoguna again arose and deadened it. But now, again and hence, Krishna tells in Bhagavata to Uddhava, he says, I will tell you a secret. Don't you tell this to anyone, because you are dear to me. Tvam me brityaha, you are my servitor. Suhrit, you are my friend. Sakha, you are my companion. And I will reveal to you a very great spiritual secret. Sugopyamapi vakshyami. And what is that secret? Krishna said, it is nothing, Uddhava. Be always associated with me. You will be able to do sadhana. You move away from me, all sadhana will go. Satsanga, you will have sadhana. If you fail to have satsanga, sadhana will also go. Why, Bhagavan? This is not a great secret. This could be published. That is why, see, I was afraid. Because if I tell this, people will think I am attached to people, they should come and attach to me. Hence I am telling. I am not telling this to project me. You need some higher contact with some spiritually evolved person. And when you have that association, naturally sadhana will become alive. The moment that association is gone, sadhana will go down. So again and again, swaha, swaha, putting ghee in the fire like that, that inner fire must be kept alive. Agnimichadvam bharata. The Vedic Rishi says, O spiritual seeker, desire for this fire. Have passionate desire for this fire of willpower, spiritual well-being, spiritual willpower, that prana. The entire spiritual sadhana is prana vidya. So you have to just kindle the fire of prana inside you. And every association should inspire you to meditate, to think about God, to do Atma Vichara, Vairagya, Viveka, everything spiritually positive must be cultivated. Talavrindena kim karyam labdhe malaya marute. As Bhagavan Ramana says, why do you carry a hand fan when there is Malaya Maruta? And the breeze of Malaya, when that breeze touches any tree, the tree will become sandalwood tree. Like that, when you have satsanga, when you have spiritual association, when you go to some place, you feel bhakti. You feel like meditating, you feel that state of samadhi inside you, then you need no hand fan. That means you don't need any personally self-imposed sadhana. And that is the greatest spiritual secret revealed by Bhagavata. And Shankaracharya also said, Satsangatve Nisangatvam. True Vairagya you will have through Satsanga. Otherwise, sometimes when you fail in world, you will have Vairagya. The next success, you will again jump back to samsara. So true Vairagya will come when you have satsanga, contact with saints. And the highest Vairagya is Nirmohatvam, by constantly associating with a yogi, a jnani. The mind learns that all that it is holding to in the world as real is all delusion. And the greatest superstition is this body idea. Very beautiful sentence I read in one of the commentaries of Bhagavad Gita. The commentator has put it so beautifully. He says, the greatest superstition that human being has is that I am the body. Compared to it, the superstition people had that sun goes round the earth is very less harmful. People had the superstition, Bhumi, Suryan da Bhumiya suttaradu, அப்படின்னு நினச்சிட்டு இருந்தாலே அது பரவாயில்ல, நான் தேகம்னு நினச்சிக்கிறத விட அது பெட்டர், ஒன்றும் பெரிய ப்ராப்ளமே இல்லை. ஞாயிறு எங்கு எழில் என் ஞானசம்பந்தர் கேட்டார், சூரியன் கிழக்கில் உதிக்கட்டுமே மேற்கில் உதிக்கட்டுமே, எனக்கு என்ன போச்சு, பரமேஸ்வரன் என்னோட ஹிருதயத்தில் இருக்கானா, சூரியன் மேற்கில் உதிச்சானா கிழக்கில் உதிச்சானா எங்கே உதிச்சானா, அந்த ஈஸ்வரன் என் ஹிருதயத்தில் இல்லையா, ஆனால் சூரியன் எங்கே உதிச்சு எனக்கு என்ன காரியம். ஈஸ்வர பக்தி அனுபூதி இருக்கானா இந்த பாஹ்ய விஷயங்கள்லாம் ஒன்றும் முக்கியம் இல்லை. ஈஸ்வர அனுபூதி இல்லையானா இதை பற்றி இருக்கிற அறிவெல்லாம் இருந்தும் பிரயோஜனம் இல்லை. அப்போ பெரிய ஒரு harmful ignorance என்னது, the ignorance I am the body is the greatest ignorance. From that only all other ignorance follows. Avidya, Moola Rupa Avidya is I am the body. And now you have to remove that by the knowledge that I am not the Shariram, I am not the body. This message you will never get in the world. People will constantly tell you Atatvamasi, Atatvamasi. No, Karnataka is full of Atatvamasi everywhere. Because Madhvacharya has put it Atatvamasi. But Madhvacharya also never said you are the body. He only said you are not Ishvara, but he never said you are the body. He said you are Atma, you are not Sharira. In that, there is no difference between Madhvacharya or Ramanujacharya or Shankaracharya. Everyone said you are not the Shariram. Natvam dehosi. You are not the Deha. First step, entry. That even this A, all other alphabets follows. Even this alphabet A, you can get only satsanga. Constantly, the moment I come down, I will have faces near me looking at me. உடம்ப நன்னா பார்த்து அப்புறம் நிறைய மருந்து இல்லையா, நான் யாரோட மருந்து சாப்பிட்றது தெரியல. ஆக்சுவலி நான் ஒன்று கன்வே பண்ண சொன்னேன், அவர் என்னத்தையோ கன்வே பண்ணார் கண்ணம்மா. What I wanted to convey is, nobody should invite me to their house. That is one thing. And second thing, I can come, but your heart is the house of Bhagavan. If you have Bhagavan in your heart, I am also there. Because if I start going to one house, another house, he said, we have kept a paper there, write all the list, all people want to come. It became totally different. It is not the thing. Suppose if some people want to ask something, we will have a day or two where we can meet here. So that is different. But whatever you want to know is over here. That the sharira, the body, is, if I am this body, one problem or the other will be there. But fortunately, I am not the body. If I am the body, no science can help me. No medical science can help me. No mantravada can help me. No devada can help me. All the 33 crores of devas cannot help me. Because you have the wrong foundation, dehabhimana. Dehabhimana pashena chiram baddhosi putraka. Janaka, the great king, when he went to Ashtavakra and said, "O sage, why I am not having happiness, joy?" That great sage, he had no this adhyasavada and all these vakyartha sadas. He was not like that. He just said, just this moment you can become self-realized. Atma hi Brahma, mudinpacha. He said, Dehabhimana pashena chiram baddhosi putraka. Oh my dear boy, children, no? Ashtavakra is younger to Janaka. One elderly lady, she was 80 years old. She wrote a letter to Swami Vivekananda. After he became so famous in America, she wrote a letter, Swamiji, you should improve your way of organizing things. You should behave in such a way that people will not find fault with you. You do not know about Americans. So they are like this, you should behave like this, you would behave like that. Many things she has written. After reading that, Swamiji gave a reply, wrote another letter. He said, "My dear mother," this is the first line, "My dear mother, you are all babies." This is the second line. "You are all babies. Babies should submit to be taught. Because I have drunk from a magical potion which dissolves the world." I am just free rendering it. "Which dissolves the world. I have drunk a nectar which makes all your logic, your worldly understanding, knowledge a zero, big zero. I have drunk that magic potion, divine potion, by which you can become God. You have not tasted it, hence you are all babies. Balaha nadustanandhayaha." Shankaracharya said, Bala doesn't mean the milk drinking baby. It means ignorant person is Bala. So, nahi nahi rakshati dukrinja karne moodhamate. Why Shankara? Somebody called me, asked me one day, it is too bad that Shankaracharya wrote moodhamate. See, he wrote about English mood. Mood asya astiti moodamatihi. Always moody. Sattva-guna is also a mood, Rajoguna is also a mood, Tamoguna is also a mood. As these RSS people say, Piche mood. Remove all those moods and wake up. Come out of it. Wake up to your real nature and assert your real nature that you are the self. I am the Atman. So when Janaka asked Ashtavakra, no Bhagavad Gita, Ashtavakra Gita, no? And Janaka asked Ashtavakra, Swami, how can I have that state? Dehābhimāna pāṣena chiram baddhosi putraka. A child, you are bound by Dehabhimana Pasha. Pasha means attachment. It also means a rope which ties you, which binds you. So with the bondage, with the iron chain of attachment, you are bound. Bodhoham jnana khadgena Tannikrantya sukhi bhava. By the jnana khadga, the sword of jnana, just cut it. And what is that jnana, sword of jnana made of? Bodhoham. I am the pure divine awareness. I am the self. Nitya shuddha buddha muktoham. I am not this sharira. The sharira will have all those things, you know. The sharira will have fever, cold, everything. The sharira will have every problems. Sharira is another name for death. It is another name for disease. But I am not the sharira. I am the pure Shuddha Chaitanya Rupoham. I am the pure immaculate being. I am Brahman. Bodhoham jnana khadgena Tannigrantya sukhi bhava. You can attain that sukha, that happiness now, here. Not after some period of sadhana. Because you are that now. Not slowly. The moment your attention turns towards your own existence. Suppose if we put off all light and make us sit in dark, you know I exist. Ahamasmi. That is enough for enlightenment. That simple is Vedanta. Vedanta means stopping all knowledge. No more knowing. Mere existence, attention. Two things. One is Shraddha. The other is Sadvastu, existence. I know I am, Ahamasmi, Ardram Jvalati Jyoti. In the heart, there is a Jyoti, a light, a flame, a gentle flame, ever shining in the heart as I am. I exist, and that is Astitvam, is consciousness. It's Na Abhavo Vidyate Sataha. That is the entire Gita. Bhagavan says, you can have the abhava of body, you can have the absence of the body, absence of the mind, absence of the senses, absence of thoughts, but never the absence of your own existence. And that is the greatest tattvam. As Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi says, Tane Tane Tattvam. Idanai Tane Kattuvaya Arunachala. Arunachala, the greatest tattvam is Tan. In Tamil we say Tan. Le Tamil Tan, I am. அகமஸ்மி, நானும், நான், அதோடு இன்னொரு ரூபம் தான். கன்னடாவில் இருக்கான்னு அப்படி ரெண்டு என்ன இருக்கு, நானும் தானும். அந்த தானுங்கிறது ஆத்மாவுக்கு இன்னொரு பேர் தன்மயா இல்லையா, தத் வஸ்து. அது எல்லாருக்கும் அனுபவத்தில் இருக்கேன்னு இருக்கு. இதுதான் இனிஷியேஷன், இதுதான் தீட்சை. நீங்கள் மந்திர ஜபம் எல்லாம் பண்ணினாலும் லாஸ்ட்ல இதில் வந்து அடங்கிவிடும். நல்ல ஒரு கூறு இருட்டில் உட்காந்துட்டா கூட அந்த விளக்கு எரிஞ்சுட்டே இருக்குது. அந்த விளக்கை மட்டும் அணைக்க முடியாது. நீங்கள் வேறு ஏதாவது சாதனை பண்ணாலும் அணைஞ்சு போயிடும். மனசால் ஏதாவது சிந்தை பண்ணாலும் அணைஞ்சு போயிடும். ரொம்ப உடம்பு முடியாமல் இருக்கிறது வேறு ஒன்றும் பண்ண முடியாது. அனுஷ்டானங்கள்லாம் விழுந்து போயிடும். All the spiritual practices will drop off. All the mental imaginations might drop off. But your own, the light shining within you as existence, Satta Chit Vapuhu. That Satta Chit, existence, awareness, the more and more you become familiar with that, that Ananda also will come. Sat Chit Ananda. Sat Chit already is there. Existence and awareness is already there, but you learn, you train yourself to become familiar with that thing. You learn to worship that Ekagni. You become Ekagnihotri. You learn to worship that Agni inside you, that existence inside you, in dark. Suppose if you wake up from after good sleep in the early morning Brahma Muhurta, Pratasmarami Hridi Samspurat, Atma Tattvam. All Bangalore people knows all those slokas. Pratasmarami Hridi Samspurat Atma Tattvam Satchit Sukham Paramahamsa Gatim Turiyam Yad Brahma Yat Swapna Jagara Sushuptim Avaiti Nityam Tad Brahma Nishkalamaham Nacha Bhuta Sangaha. In the early dawn, early before pre-dawn, the sacred moment, the atmosphere itself is meditative, and wake up, and here I pay attention, contemplate on Atma Tattvam. Atma Tattvam means what? Existence of that Tadvastu in me as Atma, as my own self, as Aham, 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 I. And it is constantly there with you. Everything else can come and go. Some good mood will come, go. Bad mood will come, go. But this Sakshi, this light, this effulgence which illumines everything is constantly there with you in all the states, waking, dream, deep sleep. Yat Swapana Jagara Sushuptim Avaiti. That which is the witness of the waking state, the dream state, and the deep sleep state. Tad Brahma. That is, I think that is me, this little me, and the Upanishad says that is Brahman. That is the Supreme Ishvara, Krishna, Vishnu, Shiva, Mahadeva, Divine Mother. Everything is there in you as that Chidvastu, as your own Atma. And when the Guru tells you that is your real nature, that is the greatest treasure, Mahanidhi. And you become familiar with that, more and more and more you become familiar with that, you are initiated, spiritually initiated. Real Dikshangrada adudhaan. Meedi Dikshalam vandutu poidum. Sariyana Diksha enna இந்த அகம் விருத்திய அகம்ங்கிற அனுபவத்தை கவனிக்கிறதுக்கு கற்றுக்கிறோம். ஆத்மாவில் கவனத்தை திருப்புறோம். அங்கே மனசு மெதுவாக அதை கவனிக்க தெரிஞ்சுக்கிறது. நான் தேகம் இல்லை, எல்லாம் முதல்ல வேணால் சொல்லிக்கலாம். தியானத்துக்கு உட்கார்ற போது நான் சரீரம் இல்லை, சரீரத்துக்கு பிரச்சனைகள்லாம் இருக்குது. எவ்வளோ சரீரம் டல்லாக இருந்தோ அவ்வளோக்கு உட்காந்துக்கணும். எவ்வளோ முடியலையோ அவ்வளோ அந்த வீரியத்தை ஆத்மனா விந்ததே வீரியம். The more and more you have to, you become weaker, the more and more you have to take the juice from within, that virya, that energy, that the will arises within you to meditate. Keep the mind in meditation. The more and more the body becomes dull, let the inner power wake up. Assert itself as Chidananda Rupa, Shivoham, Shivoham. I am that pure self, untouched by anything. Nothing can touch me. I am the pure Atma. If you cannot meditate, you just tell this yourself. Constantly tell, I am the pure self. Shuddhoham, Buddhoham, Niranjanoham. Nothing can tarnish me. I am the splendorous light of the self, that pure Shuddha Chaitanya Rupoham Asmi. I am that Atma. This is constant singing of Krishna. Aham Atma Agudakesha Sarva Bhutashaya Sthita. I am the Atma inside everyone. The body comes and goes, the body is constantly changing, but the changeless principle behind within, as Aham, as I am, that is Shuddha Chaitanya. Become familiar with it, remain, take the mind there and make it abide in that Atma Vastu, and do not initiate any thought. First you will have a glimpse. A few seconds the mind will stay there, then the mind will run. Then again bring the mind back, train it to stay there, the mind will run. Yataha yataha nisharati manaha chanjalam astiram. Krishna said, mind is chanjala astira. It will be constantly oscillating, moving about, and it will be astira, it will be not stable. Make it stable. Don't imagine that something will fall from the heavens. It will not happen. If something you get freely, it will freely go. It cannot stay. See, every day you are getting deep sleep. That is Brahma Sampati. The Upanishad says, Sushupti Eka Siddhaha, Shankaracharya says. In that Sushupti, there is no body, no mind, and you had happiness. And what was the happiness made of? It is pure consciousness. It is Chaitanya. But you wake up ignorant. You fail to recognize it as Atma. Aharahar gachanti. The Upanishad says every day you are going there. Naviduhu. You fail to own it. So to own it, you need Shrotavyaha, Mantavyaha, Nididhyasidavyaha. Again and again listen, meditate, and own it, and experience it as Samadhi. Samadhi means constantly it is there with you. Even while in sleep also, that meditative current is there. Even when the thoughts are there, underneath there is the awareness of the self. That recognition, pratyabhijna has happened to you, and that nirvikalpa prajna, that pure nirvikalpa jnanam is there with you, and that is, from that state, Krishna is speaking to Arjuna. In the war field, Krishna spoke to Arjuna this Brahma Vidya, the Nirvikalpa Prajna. Bhagavan said, in Mahabharata, in another place, Arjuna asked Krishna, can you give the Gita again? Krishna said, that Arjuna is no more here. He is just like us, evening, after our usual day, just haya ukan and kakan. That Arjuna was not like that. He was like a chataka bird, waiting for the cloud to pour forth. Hamsa padmavaram samichati yada. Neelambudam chatakaha. Kokah kokanada priyam pradidinam chandram chakorastata. Cheto vanchati mamakam pashupate chinmargamargyam vibho. Gaurinath Bhavat Padabjigulam Kaivalya Saukya Pradam. Shivananda Lahiri Shankaracharya says, collectively you should have that kind of immense yearning for that knowledge. When that longing is there in you, Guru's heart will open. One word is enough to make you abide as supreme truth. One word from the master will give you the samadhi experience. So here, Arjuna says, Bhagavan, tell me what should I do? The second chapter we saw, Sthita Prajna Lakshana. That is the last thing that we saw. A man of steady wisdom, steady spiritual experience. Whatever may happen in life, his steadiness, his quietude, his meditativeness never goes away from him. That is the most cherished state. No? Everyone is longing only for that. அப்படிதானே? வருது போகிறதுன்னு இருக்கப்படாது. தியானம் கான்ஸ்டண்ட்டாக இருக்கணும். அர்ஜுனன் நமக்காகத்தான் அதை கேட்குறான். பகவானே, இப்போ உங்ககிட்ட இருக்கிறது நல்லா இருக்கு, அப்புறம் போயிடுமே, அதனால் எனக்கு எப்பவும் இருக்கணும் அந்த நிலை. அந்த நிலை எப்படி வரும்? How can I have that state constantly with me? Sthita prajna, let my prajna, knowledge of the self, be undisturbed by the destiny. Two things are there. What we call as Maya is nothing but our prarabdha. Destiny, it will be constantly disturbing us. Destiny என்ன பண்ணும்? பிராரப்தம் என்ன பண்ணும்? நம்மளை டிஸ்டர்ப் பண்ணிகிட்டே இருக்கும். ஏதோ ஒரு இன்சிடெண்ட் நடக்கும், நம்ம அழுவோம். ஏதோ ஒரு event, some event happens, you weep. Some individual comes, you get disturbed. Some emotion happens, you get disturbed. Let nothing disturb your inner state. That constant state, Arjuna has seen somewhere. So he is asking Krishna, because he has seen it in Krishna himself. So he is asking Krishna, what is your secret? Even in the war field, you are a yogi. Not a yogi in a cave. In the battlefield, your yoga sthiti remains undisturbed. So give me that yoga sthiti, at least I will remain undisturbed in my house. In my samsara, everyone has unique samsara, no? Not like anyone else. I can give you this knowledge, but if you come to me and complain about your samsara, I will not understand anything. Your samsara is your prarabdha. In return, I can tell my samsara. Will it solve? So don't think that you only suffer. Everybody who has come to the world suffers. But jnate tattve kaha samsaraha. The moment you know the tattva, you have tattva jnana, no more samsara. The moment you know who you are, what is your real nature, you wake up from this dream of samsara, and there is anando brahmeti vyajanat. Only ananda is there, shanti is there. When you see a person like Ramana Maharshi, you cannot even call him a person, that impersonal being. Then arises this question, how steady he is, always steady, unperturbed. One devotee, Topaya Mudalayar, he always was thinking whether Bhagavan Ramana will remain undisturbed even in a marketplace. He is in an ashram where he is not disturbed, but something happens around him. What will be his state? One day there was a demonstration. He was sitting with Bhagavan. That was 1948. Gandhiji's death. Somebody has shot Gandhiji. And there was no clear information who was the killer. And many people thought it is a Muslim. So there a revolt arose between Hindu-Muslim riot. In Tiruvannamalai also it was very, very high. So there was so much fight, so much beating and chaos everywhere. So from behind the ashram, about 100 people were chasing another group of 50 or 60 people. They were chasing with stick, stone. Gandhiji has died somewhere, and here somebody is getting it. This is worldly life. They were making all sound, throwing stones with all knife, everything. They ran into the ashram. And Bhagavan was sitting in his couch near that well, Kanar Kitaka. And these devotees were also sitting around. He was reading a newspaper. This crowd ran inside the ashram. All people, they stood up and they also ran away. Meditators. This Tapaya Mudrikar said, I wanted to see how Maharshi reacts. So I stood there waiting, observing him. There was not a single movement. He was not even putting the paper aside and looking what is happening. He was not even looking this side or that side, just going on reading that paper. And people were running this side and this side, both sides. So many were running, so much noise, throwing of stones. Nothing was happening. This is the Yogasthiti Krishna pictures. Dihaivatayirjidas sargaha esham samye sthitam manaha. And who has reached that samasthiti, that state of quietude of mind, he has transcended samsara here itself. Such a person is sthita prajna. We can have a little bit of it in our worldly life. We will have peace. Whatever may happen around, nothing affects us. The inner peace remains undisturbed. So that is the language that Krishna speaks. Prajahati yada kaman sarvan parthamanogadana atmani eva atmana tushtaha sthita prajnastadochyate. All these slokas we have seen last year itself. He is a sthita prajna, one whose atmanubhuti remains undisturbed. Prajahadi yada kaman, when he gives up all desires, ella ashayam touch. Even for spiritual, no desire. Adhyatmathukku varapodhu meedi ஆசைகளெல்லாம் விடணும். ஆசையை அருமின், ஆசையை அருமின். 2 தடவை சொல்லிவிட்டார் திருமூலர். ஈஸ்வரனோடாகிலும் ஆசையை அருமின். ஈஸ்வரன்கிட்ட இருக்கிற ஆசையை விட்டுடுப்பார். முதல்ல சொல்லலை. முதல்ல பகவத் பக்தி, சத் சங்கம், இதுக்கெல்லாம் ஆசைப்பட்டு உலக விஷய ஆசையெல்லாம் விட்டுடும். அப்புறம் அந்த மனசை ஆத்மாவில் நிறுத்தணும்னு வரும்போது அந்த ஆசையை விட்டுடும். ஏன்னா பகவான் எங்கேயோ இருக்கார் அடையணும்னு நினச்சிட்டு இருந்தால் மனசு ஆத்மாவில் நிற்காது. அதனால ஈசனோடு ஆகிலும் ஆசையை அருமின். வெளியில் எங்கேயோ ஈஸ்வரன் இருக்கான்னு நினச்சிக்காது. இப்போ அவனோட ஸ்வரூபம் தான். உட்கார். பிரஜஹாதி யதா காமான் Sarvan partha manogadam. Every desire is a wave that arises in the mind. Hence manogadam. Give up the mind. Krishna says, give up the mind. Then what should I do? Atmani eva atmana tushta. The moment you remove the mind, what remains is Atman. You just ask this mathematics. You without mind, what are you? You are Atma, Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam, Nijabodha Rupa. When the mind is added, you become Jiva. It is man, man, human, human, human being. There is no being there, only man. When the man ko hatao, that's being is there, that existence is there, Chaitanya is there. When the mind is removed, Chaitanya alone is there. So, that is Sthita Prajnatva. Bhagavan said, he has removed the mind and is abiding in the Atmani eva Atmana Tushtaha. He has found bliss in his own self and without the help of mind. See, one day one person asked, Bhagavan, so much problems are arising around you, but you remain undisturbed. He asked Ramana Maharshi, what is the secret? And you know, Maharshi revealed the secret. He said, I never use my mind. That is the secret. And we become trapped by the mind by using the mind. At least if we stop using mobile, many problems will be less. This mind is also like, the mobile is an extended mind. So when you stop using the mind, when the mind, you ignore upeksha. Buddha uses the word that upeksha. Thoughts come, what should I do? Upeksha, ignore. So many thoughts are coming, let them come. Why are you bothered? You are not the mind. Let it come and go. Just assert, tell yourself, I am the Shuddha Chaitanya Atma. I am not the mind. Mano buddhi ahankara chittani now. So prajahati yada kaman, when the hold of mind is no more there in you, atmani eva atmana tushtaha, when a person finds that greatest peace, shanti, in his own real nature, is sthita prajna. And no more coming and going. Pokku varavu illa poduveli. Leya, varadu poradallam kedaiyadu. Nirantaram and the chidakasham da irukku. Adha sthita prajnatvam. Sthita prajnastadochyate. Adallam irukkalam. Engyo kaatla guhaila ashramatila irundha irukku. Dukkeshu anudvigna manaha. Dukkha will be there. Suffering will be there. But you never get affected by them. A sthita prajna is no more swayed by them. Bhagavan did not promise by attaining this state there will be no more suffering, no more death around you, no more separation, no more pain, no more problem. Everything will be there. Same samsara. Dukkeshu anudvigna manaha, but you are no more agitated. Sukheshu vikadaspraha. Very, very enticing things will happen, but you are not attached. Vitaraga bhaya krodha. No fear, no attachment, no anger. Sthita dihi muniruchyati. The buddhi, the intellect, remains sthita. It is abiding in the Atma Vastu, in the self, in the pure heart center. Such a yogi is sthita prajna. Arjuna heard all these things. Then in the third chapter, See, this third chapter need not have happened. But Arjuna asked a question. Krishna, if your opinion, I should be Sthita Prajna, that Jnani, Jivan Mukta, I should become a Naishkarmya Van. I should abide in Naishkarmya Sthiti. That is your opinion. State free from all actions. That is what is I get from your teaching. Then naturally you should tell me, why should I fight? Krishna could have easily told him. You see, one person asked Ramana Maharshi, Bhagavan, you said Chumma ire. Then can I give up everything and remain without doing anything, without any movement, sit in a place, no movement? May I take resolve to do that? Bhagavan, what he told? Irundu paru. He said, try doing it. Then you will find that your vasanas will not allow you. Krishna could have stopped Arjuna by saying, try to do sannyasa, but they have no time. Otherwise, Krishna would have done it. They have no time. That experiment also Krishna would have done. He would have told Arjuna, try. You have already tried. Formerly, he took sannyasa for 1 year. See, 1 year sannyasa. Some prayashchita, he took sannyasa and was wandering about, and he came to Dwaraka. And some Swamiji has come. Krishna said, who is this? Who is this? Oh, this is our Partha. And he has taken to spiritual life. Wonderful. I wanted to give him Bhagavad Gita. This is the right time. So, Balarama did not recognize Arjuna. He did Pada Puja, everything to Arjuna and received him. Anyway, a person who is in that dress is worshipful. Dandadharanena manushya narayano bhavati. If he takes that danda, even if he is an ordinary human being, he becomes Narayana, says Shastra. So, he was received with bhakti. Krishna looked at him. Partha, what happened? Why have you taken this dress? Arjuna said, Krishna, this is that. Draupadi and Dharmaputra were in the room, and according to our vow, we should not enter there, but a situation arose that I had to take my bow from that room. So I took that bow from that room, and for that I have to do prayashchita is 1 year I have to do tirthayatra as a sannyasi, as a vanaprasthi, something like that. This kind of sannyasa was not there in those periods. So that is how I came here. Okay. Now, he said, Na prashte kasachit bruyat. Somebody has to ask, no? Guru, Adihi Bhagavo Brahmeti. Give me the teaching of Brahman. The Shishya has to ask. So Krishna said, Arjuna, ask. Arjuna said, what, Bhagavan? What? You have to ask something. Arjuna, just thinking, what should I ask? What should I? Who is that girl? He pointed out for some girl there. And who is that girl? Krishna said, that is Subhadra, my sister. Take and run away from her. That is the only thing that you can do now. He has come as sannyasi and he is asking, who is that girl? That Subhadra Haranam happened in sannyasa dress. And in a warrior costume, Bhagavad Gita happened. So, wherever mumukshutva comes, there you become sannyasi. Athato Brahma Jignasa. Shankaracharya said, if you are a sannyasi, you will have Brahma Jignasa. But I feel, if Brahma Jignasa comes, you become a sannyasi. If true Brahma Jignasa comes, when you want to know Brahman, when you want to know God, when you want to realize God, when you want bhakti or jnana or yoga, sannyasa is blossoming. Don't be afraid. Sannyasa is not the outer sannyasa. It is spiritual seeking is sannyasa. True tapas is sannyasa. Hence Gita is full of sannyasa yoga, jnana karma sannyasa yoga, moksha karma sannyasa yoga. Everywhere sannyasa is added. True jnanam sannyasa lakshanam. Vedanta vijnana sunishitartha. You have crystal clear knowledge of jnana, Upanishad, but it will not become fruitful without sannyasa yoga. Hence, sannyasa yogadiyataya shuddha sattvaha. For the jnana to become your experience, sannyasa is needed. Nyasa yesham tapasam adiriktamahu. It is the greatest tapas. So sannyasa is not kashaya vastram or danda or mundana. Because Krishna was not a sannyasi, Arjuna was not a sannyasi, Vyasa was not a sannyasi in that aspect. So sannyasa here is jnanam. So Arjuna is asking Krishna, if that is what is intended, why should I be in the world? Ghore karmani. Very, very powerful. That is what is Arjuna is asking. This samsara is ghora, O Madhava. Jayasi chet karmanaste mata buddhir janardana tat kim karmani ghore mam niyojayasi keshava. Gita is full of nama sankirtana, you know. Madhava, Janardhana, Krishna, Keshava, Yadava. That sweetness must be there. Sometimes one nama can give you realization. The great sage Ramana Maharshi, he did not attain that state by who am I? One person came to his home. He asked, where are you coming from? He said, Arunachala, over. பெயர் நினைத்திடவே பிடித்து இழுத்தனை உன் பெருமையார் அறிவார் அருணாச்சலம். Just Arunachalam என அகமே நினைப்பவர். The moment that name is being held in the heart, ahatte vera rupaya Arunachala. The jiva bhava is gone. Ahankara is removed. That Brahma anubhuti happened. Just one listening. You should listen to the Nama with love, with humility. Anbod Namam Kel Anbar. Bhagavan says those Anbar, those lovers, they with immense love listen to your Nama, they become enlightened. Anbod Namam Kel Anbar. So here also, see in Bhagavata also, just Krishna, relieve me from samsara. Just that prayer can be offered. But Kunti says, Shri Krishna Krishna Saka, Vrishni Rishaba Avanidrugra Ajanya Vamshadahana Anabavarga Virya Govinda Godvija Surarti Haravatara Yogeshwara Akhila Guru Bhagavan Namaste. Namaskar Mane Ablu Nama Parangale. Shri Krishna Krishna Saka Vrishni Rishabha Vanidrug Rajanya Vamshadahana Navavarga Virya. Shankaracharya சொன்னார் பரமேஸ்வரா சம்சாரத்தில் என்ன காப்பாற்றி விட்டுடுப்பானார். எவ்வளோ நாம தெரியுமா? ஹே சந்திரச்சூட மதனாந்தக சூலபாணி ஸ்தானோ கிரீஷ கிரிஜேஷ மகேஷ சம்போ பூதேஷ பீதபய சூதனமாம் அநாதம் சம்சார துக்க கஹநாத் ஜெகதீஷ ரக்ஷ. மாமநாதம் சம்சார துக்க ககன ஜெகதீஷ ரக்ஷ. அந்த ஸ்டேட்டுக்கு வரணும். பகவானே எனக்கு யாரும் கதி இல்லை, சம்சாரம் ரொம்ப தாங்க முடியாத துன்பத்திலேருந்து என்னை காப்பாற்று பகவானேன்னு ஒரு சொட்டு கண்ணீர் விட்டு ஹிருதயத்திலேருந்து பிரார்த்தனை பண்ணினா அப்பவே ஈஸ்வரன் முன்னாடி வந்துடுவார். வரலைன்னா சாஸ்திரம் போய் உண்மையா அழுதால், வாஸ்தவமா அழுக வந்ததானா ஹிருதயத்திலேருந்து பகவானே எனக்கு வேற கதி இல்லை, பகவானே உன்னை தவிர யாரும் வழி இல்லை, நான் மாட்டின்னு இருக்கேன், என்னை காப்பாத்துன்னு ஒரு கத்தணும். ஹே சந்திரசூட, அந்த கத்தல தான் இதெல்லாம். ஹே சந்திரசூட மதனாந்தக சூலபாணே, தலையில சிரசுல சந்திரனை வச்சுட்டு இருக்கேன், ஒரு பார்வை பார்த்தா காமன் எரிஞ்சு போயிடுறான், கையில சூலத்தை வச்சுட்டு இருக்கேன், ஸ்தானோ அச்சலமா இருக்கேன், என்ன அச்சலமா நிறுத்தப்படாதா, கிரீஷ கிரிஜேஷ மகேஷ சம்போ பூதேஷ, இவ்வளோ பூதகணங்களுக்கு நடுவில் நிம்மதியா ஸ்தித பிரஜனா இருக்கேன், என்னால் இருக்கிறது முடியலையே. பூதேஷ பீதபயசூதன, நடுங்கின்னு இருக்கேன். மாம் அநாதம், எனக்கு நாதன் யாரும் கிடையாது. சம்சார துக்க ககனாதி ஜெகதீஷ ரக்ஷ. இங்க அர்ஜுனன் பகவான் கிட்ட சொல்றான், ஜாயசி சேத் கர்மணஸ்தே மதா புத்திர் ஜனார்தன. ஹே அர்ஜுன், பகவானே, கர்மா 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 இஸ் சம்சாரா. Doing this action, doing that action, constantly. What are we doing? வேலை 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 இல்லையா? வாரியார் ஒரு வாட்டி சொன்னார், வேலை வணங்குவது வேலை. ஒரே வேலை தான், வேலை வணங்குவது அப்படின்னு. பகவானை வணங்குறது வேலைன்னா சுப்பிரமணிய சுவாமிக்கு பேர். அவனை வணங்குறது தான் வேலையா. அப்படி ஒரு நிலை எனக்கு வராதா பகவானே? நைஷ்கர்ம சித்திம் பரமாம். கீதை கர்மயோகத்தை பற்றி பேசினாலும், even though Gita is speaking about karma yoga, the goal is naishkarmya siddhi, the state where naishkarmya bhavena vivarjita agama swayam prakashaya namaskaromi. Bhagavata says, the state where naishkarmya bhavena vivarjita agama, transcending all the karma bhaga veda, swayam prakasha, the atma is self-effulgent, swayam prakashaya namaskaromi. So to put you in that state, that nirvikalpa samadhi, sahaja nirvikalpa samadhi. Jayasi chet karmanaste mata buddhir janardana. O Janardana, O Bhagavan, your opinion, jnana is shreshta, is superior to action. In your mata, according to you, your mati, one should come out of this Padma Vyuha of karma. I understand that. Then why should I live in this samsara? Tatkim karmani ghore mam. Karma means samsara. Karmani ghore mam. We have to ask ourselves, do we really feel samsara ghora? Then this sloka will become meaningful. Tatkim karmani ghore mam niyojayasi keshava. Sometimes, the Guru tells him, go and live in the world, family life, samsara. Then a true disciple asks this question, it is ghora, Bhagavan. Ghora. And the Guru tells him, for you, ghora and agora should become Ishvara. Ghore ebhyo taghore ebhyo ghora ghora tarebhya. Veda says ghora 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 tara. Everything should become Parameshwara Swarupa. That is another way of looking at it. But here Arjuna is saying, Bhagavan, why this ghora samsara? Why this samsara? Why are you asking me to go back to that same dirty world where I have to toil day and night for attaining nothing? So much money, so much big house, everything is being done. At last leaving everything die. So many things are accrued, but what use? Bhogana bhungtaha vayameva bhungtaha. We think we are enjoying, but objects, senses are enjoying us. They are purifying us. No illama panniru. Vayameva bhungtaha. Tapona tapta vayameva taptaha. No tapas is done, but we have had a lot of tapa. Suffering. Trishnana jirna. Desire has not come to end. Vayameva jirna. But we are reaching our end. Ishvara. O Mahadeva. Parameshwara, Krishna. Why are you asking me to go back to that ghora samsara? Niyojayasi. You can ask Bhagavan this question. Niyojayasi. Niyoga means prarabdha. Why have you bestowed this prarabdha on me, O Ishvara? Many people will ask this question. Everyone, sometimes purupurthine irupom. Endha alayila eduthu and adukolaiye pochu. Liya solrela liya. Ellam geethe ellam seri ellam solla namukku idudha vaaichu. Ile idli dosha kaappi uppuma ipdiye poidutilla. Appadi சரி இது இல்லாமல் என்ன பண்ணுறது? காத்தாலேருந்து ஐடி கம்பெனி இல்லையா, பெங்களூர் பூரா இருக்குது, நிறைய கடத்தான ஓடு, அது ஓடு. அங்கே போய் என்ன பண்ணுறான்? இன்றைக்கி கூட நான் கேட்டேன், குழந்தைகிட்ட என்ன வேலை பண்ணுறேன்னு கேட்டேன். அண்ட் தே ட்ரை டு எக்ஸ்பிளைன் மீ வாட் தட் ஜாப் இஸ். ஸ்டில் ஐ ஆம் நாட் ஏபிள் டு மேக் அவுட். நிறைய இருக்குது, என்னென்னமோ பண்ணுறோம். எதுக்கு பண்ணுறோம்? அது பண்ணினா தான் அது ஒன்று. எதுக்கு பண்ணுறோன்னு நமக்கும் தெரியாது இல்லையா? எதுக்கு பண்ணுறோம்? நிறைய பேர் என்னத்துக்கு பண்ணுறான்னா அதுதான் நமக்கு ஒரு பெருமை, ஒரு டேக். பணம் கூட செகண்டரி தான். ஈவன் மணி இஸ் செகண்டரி. யூ வாண்ட் எ டேக் ஸோ தட் யூ ஆர் ரெஸ்பெக்டட் இன் த சொசைட்டி. ஸோ திஸ் சொசைட்டி காட் that you worship will see to it that you become a load-bearing bull all your life, constantly satisfying the society. You don't dare to wriggle out of that society god and worship real God. The so-called God that we are worshipping is also for helping society. ஜெயிலேருந்து திறந்து விடு நாம் பகவான்கிட்ட கேட்கல. இந்த ஜெயில் கம்பி கொஞ்சம் பெயிண்ட் அடித்து கொடுப்பான். ஜெயிலில் ஃபேனு சுற்றுறது காற்று வர மாட்டேங்கிறது. ஜெயிலில் ஏசி இருக்குது, ஓடுறது குளிர் வர மாட்டேங்கிறது. ஜெயிலில் கம்பியெல்லாம் இருக்குது, அதெல்லாம் துருப்பிடிச்சிருக்கு. ஜெயிலில் வேர்த்து கொட்டுறது. ஜெயிலில் சாப்பாடு கொண்டு தரா, சாப்பிட முடிய மாட்டேங்கிறது. நல்ல கோல்டாக இருக்கிறது கிரேப்ஸ் கொண்டு தரா, நல்ல சூடாக இருக்கிற நாளைக்கு சுட சுட வடை கொண்டு வந்து கொடுக்குறான். இதெல்லாம் நரகம்னு பேர் இதுக்கு தான் எல்லாம். அப்போது இந்த ஜெயிலை கொஞ்சம் சௌக்கியமாக பண்ணி கொடு பகவான். Dalai Lama, when he went to America, one devotee was saying, the first remark, he saw America was so much powerful. Some interviewer asked him, what is your opinion about America? He said, they have made samsara perfect. So this is what is happening here. So Arjuna is asking Krishna, 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 why are you pushing me back to this samsara? It is terrible, O Bhagavan. Bhagavan said, நல்லதா போச்சு, நான் தான் ஏதோ யுத்தம் பண்ண சொன்ன மாதிரியும் என்ன வேற பிடிச்சி இழுக்க பார்த்து நான் அது இது எதையோ சொல்லி சுதர்சன சக்கரம் கேட்டு போயிடுத்து குதிரை ஓட்டுறேன் எல்லாம் சொல்லிட்டு வந்திருக்கேன். இங்கே வந்து எங்கிட்ட வந்து நீ எதுக்கு சொன்னேன்னா என்ன அர்த்தம்? சில பேருக்கு இது மாதிரி சுபாவம் உண்டு. ஒருத்தர் உண்டு, எனக்கு தெரிஞ்ச ஒரு ஃபேமிலியில் என்ன சொன்னால் நீ சொல்கிறா போல நீ சொல்கிறா போல. சம்டைம்ஸ் ரொம்ப டேஞ்சரஸ் திங்ஸ் he will put in your mouth. He will say, as you said. I have not said anything, but he will say, as you said, I am going to quit my job. I have not told you. That is his habit. Here Arjuna says, as you said, Krishna. நிறைய பேர் என்கிட்டே சொல்லுவேன், நீங்கள் பிரவச்சனத்தில் சொல்கிற மாதிரி சொல்லிட்டு அப்புறம் சொல்கிறது எனக்கு தெரியவே தெரியாது. அவளாக ஒரு இமேஜினேஷன் இல்லையா? ஸோ இதுக்கு இருக்கிற ஆன்சர் தான் அடுத்த சாப்டர். அடுத்த சாப்டர் என்னென்னா, சம்சாரத்தில் நாம் எதுக்கு இருக்கணும்னா பகவான் சொல்கிறார், நான் சொல்லலை வேண்டாம் வெளியில் வா, முடியாட்டா அதுக்கு சாவி என்ன சொல்லி கொடுக்குறேன், திறந்து வெளியில் வருது. ஐ வில் கிவ் யூ த கீ பை விச் யூ கேன் ஓப்பன் திஸ் prison house and come out and become free. So that we will see tomorrow. Tomorrow morning 10 o'clock. அதெல்லாம் நீங்கள் சொல்லவே இல்லை. சொல்லிவிடுங்க. நீங்கள் வந்து தமிழில் பாட்டுக்கு பாலக்காடு தமிழில் சொல்லிட்டு போவீங்க. கன்னடாக்காரா எல்லோரும் இருக்கா. வாங்க. சுரபாரதி சத் சங்கம் இருக்குது நாளைக்கு கார்த்தால 10 மணிக்கு. எல்லாம் அனௌன்ஸ் பண்ணியாச்சு. கண்ணம்மா பாவம் அவர் ரொம்ப சாஃப்ட், நான் எதையோ சொல்கிறேன். சங்கராச்சாரியர் மனிஷா பஞ்சகம் இருக்கே, அதுலேருந்து எவ்வளோ ஸ்லோகம் முடியுமோ ஸ்லோகம் தமிழில் தான் சொல்கிறேன். நானே இங்கிலீஷ் நினச்சிட்டு இருந்தேன், தமிழில் தான் அந்த சத்சங்க சுரபாரதி. So come prepared.
Tomorrow, here evening as usual, Bhagavad Gita satsang is there. 5:45, Sri Narayana Mandira will chant Bhagavad Gita. Next 5 days, we will chant and complete the Bhagavad Gita Parayana. So devotees can join, come at 5:45 and join for the Bhagavad Gita Parayana.
Gita Parayanam, சாயங்காலம் நாராயணன் பண்ணுவார். ராவிலே இல்லை, காத்தால இல்லை, நாளன்னைக்கு இருக்கிறது நாராயணன் கண்டாம். தெரியாது என்னோட சிச்சுவேஷன் எப்படி இருக்கோ அதுக்கு தகுந்தபடி இப்போ இவ்வளோ நடந்து கொடுத்தே பாருங்க, அதுவே மேஜிக் இல்லையா? அதனால் நாளன்னைக்கு காத்தால இஃப் தெர் இஸ் மார்னிங் Vivekachudamani satsang, that only day after tomorrow evening I will announce. That all depends upon your prayer. So that we will see. அவசரப்படாமல் மெதுவாக ஆரத்தி பண்ணுற மாதிரி பண்ணணும், காட்டிட்டு போயிடக்கூடாது.
யசோதா